we'll try it again. Starting me over right back at the end.
When was the last time you were afraid? I haven't been afraid a day in my life.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, a heartbeat street. No reprieve, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try.
From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
57. Come back. Yellow.
Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Over the middle to Smith. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And that'll be incomplete. The Chiefs are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yellow. Hey, 43, 15. Yellow.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Yellow.
Pass to the right side, hauled in by Williams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. 11 yards for number 11.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
57. Hey, Sunday. Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashard Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
The score, Chiefs 7, Chargers 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Good-looking return set up here. And in a good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. In motion left, Flowers. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
Black 80, black.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. A shotgun snap for Herbert. His throw incomplete. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
And that will be incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They snap it to Herbert. That's taken in by his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
To the air again, Herbert. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Hampton. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Collectively, great defense. It takes all 11, especially down here toward the goal line.
The call comes in, and the call essentially says all 11 have to make a play here. You have to show toughness. We just saw it there.
Hey, go Lion. Go.
Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Black 80, black. Let's go.
Here's Herbert. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead, it's the Chiefs in possession as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Mahomes going to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll try and do this himself. That's complete to Smith. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And on Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Breaks the tackle, now Allen. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now a first carry here for the running back. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Herbert now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he fires one incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and off play action. Here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Now Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. And Xavier Worthy, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Chargers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The Charger drive about to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. They'll work inside here, Hampton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Chargers first down. The first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Ladd McConkey, 32 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man.
Yard.
I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
35-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Yellow.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Smith fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the gun, it's Mahomes. That is caught by Rice for a Chiefs touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Chargers 14. Harrison Butker, the kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get into field goal range. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this one too low.
They approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And it is caught. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Again, Herbert. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Ladd McConkey as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
What a tug of war this game has been. A tie at the half. I remember when I was playing, my coaches always talked about the first 5 minutes of each half. That's where you can gain the momentum and seize an opportunity. We've got one team in position to do that right now.
Go. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Chargers.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the 16, Herbert. He's got his big tight end, Fant. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that
very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
From the gun, Herbert on third down. He'll try and do this himself. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A good action to this point in the third quarter, just a 3-point game, 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. That one caught by Rice. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They go play fake. Mahomes. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Yellow.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown! From 19 yards away. And the Chiefs have retaken a third quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Chargers 24. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. In motion, the tight end.
21.
Herbert. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That offense defense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the third quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick six.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person who just ended up in the end zone with the football, he was the one that answered the bell.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has passed its first two tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
In motion left, Flowers. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
First down. It's a gain of 35. And the Chargers first down.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw caught by Flowers. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. Here now, 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Herbert throwing again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Herbert. That'll be taken in by Flowers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
In motion left, Flowers. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Omarion Hampton, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Mahomes going to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Third down.
Now here's Mahomes. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
That's good.
Attack!
Kansas City Chiefs.
Yellow!
First down.
Attack!
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
15!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
A loss of 11. It's second and 21 at the 39-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's second and 21. Now Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And the pressure gets to him again. Jonathan Grenard dropping him for the second straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on third down. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. Now on third and forever, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. Here's Herbert. That one complete to McConkey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
In motion left, Flowers. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Second and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Cameron Dicker on for the Chargers field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the fourth quarter, this game These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They begin with a run by Smith. He takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 31. Will be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Again, it's Smith. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. They'll try the right side here with Smith. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead. So how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
Smith trying to run for it. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here now, 2nd and goal. Another try for Smith. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. And he's into the clear. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
I'm fairly sure that there's no good time to cough up the football. But this couldn't be much worse, could it?
No.
This situation, this yard line, no chance.
They set it on a T-form. They're already in field goal range here late in the 4th now.
Yeah, warm up the kicker and just make sure they take care of the ball now. They've got a chance to put this thing away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Here comes 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And the spike comes with just 12 seconds left to go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is indeed good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
50, yellow, 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 yellow. Yellow. Attack, attack. Our side.
Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Los Angeles, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.